Welcome to Zonal Board Creations Learning Video. Our today's topic is Stay Nice, Not Rude. Politeness is key in many social interactions. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time or are cultivating a lifelong relationship with a friend, there's little to be gained in appearing rude. Unfortunately, the fact remains that most rudeness is unintentional and the result of misunderstanding and a lack of self-awareness. Being polite is one thing. Not being rude is another. If you've found yourself in a position where you've given someone the wrong impression, bad social habits can thankfully be reversed. Yes, being conscious of the way you present yourself is the first step towards improving it. If you don't want to be rude, you'll need to have a fine command of listening. When all else fails, reading up on proper etiquette is a good idea. I will say some tips on staying nice, not rude. Okay, you can. Being nice makes people feel good and paves the way for a good relationship. If that's not enough, consider that it also helps you get what you want. People will be more inclined to help you if you're nice to them. 1. Think before you speak. So many social errors could be avoided if only more thought were involved. A truly gifted conversationalist will always try to filter what he says before he finally says it. While thinking about everything you're going to say may sound exhausting to some, it doesn't require a lot of brain power, really. All you'll usually need is a split second to figure out whether something you say might negatively affect someone around you. If you have a bad feeling about saying something, it's best to keep your mouth shut for the time being. 2. Ignore gossip. Gossip is a quick route to rudeness. No one likes being talked about, even if the subject in question isn't around to hear it. Many people take offense to hear people they know talked about in a negative light. If you want to avoid rudeness on your part, you should steer clear of interactions like this. Even if other people are gossiping, you should turn the other cheek. Those who are there to see you refuse the prospect will think more highly of you as a result. 3. Let the other person speak. Even if everything you're saying is gold, you'll still come across as rude if you don't think to hear the other person's side of things. As a general rule, people like to voice their opinions. They'll feel constricted if they can't get a word in. Listening is a skill, as real as any other. If you don't want to be rude, you'll need to have a fine command of listening. Active listening refers to a broad range of reactions that let the other person know you are giving him your fullest attention. This can include body language, such as nodding your head, or soft responses like repeating the gist of what the other person said can get this point across. 4. Monitor your voice. It may help to be conscious of the way your voice is sounding when you speak. While it may be distracting to focus on yourself when you're trying to have a conversation, casually keeping track of the tone, speed, and volume of your voice can go a long way toward preventing unintentional rudeness. In particular, be careful with your talking speed. Nervous or awkward people tend to accelerate their speech when they're under pressure. This only serves to add to the awkwardness. 5. Demonstrate empathy in your conversation. There's a lot empathy can do for you in a conversation. Being seen as polite and considerate isn't the least of the benefits. Empathy is something virtually everyone has to some extent. The key to bringing it out is to invest a legitimate interest in what the other person is saying. If someone is telling you something about his life, make a concerted effort to see things from his point of view. If he recently lost his job, for example, try to empathize with how that might feel. Empathetic people are in tune with the other person's feelings and it's easier to charm them as such. Empathy works in less than pleasant interactions as well. It can be frustrating to talk to someone who is being aggressive or mean-spirited. While it can be easy to let loose on someone like that, you can have an easier time keeping calm by using empathy. Try to see the situation from the unpleasant person's point of view. In some cases, you may have a new lease on the situation by taking yourself out of your own perspective for a bit. 6. Consider the other person's sensitivities. Not coming across as being rude is made all the more challenging if you're talking to someone who is naturally sensitive. Emotional sensitivity should be seen as a good thing in most instances. But it can be tricky if you're talking to someone who might get hurt by the slightest grievance. If you think this is the case with someone, it's a good thing to know what their personal preferences are before going into an extended conversation with them. For instance, if you think someone isn't likely to enjoy crude humor, it's best to hold off on it until they're out of your company. Asking about someone beforehand can give you the edge you need in a conversation if politeness is an issue. Ask about their preferences or emotional triggers. Failing that, it's always helpful to see the way someone interacts in a social situation before you interact with the person yourself. 7. Look out for everyone, not just those closest to you. Holding the door for a friend is kind, but being a nice person is about being helpful and kind towards everyone. Give a hand to a struggling person on the sidewalk, and offer to help out a classmate or coworker when they spill their papers in the hall. You can be the person who helps organize someone's birthday or brings donuts in on Friday just because. Be nice just to be nice. Ask people how they are doing. Take the time to ask someone how things are going in their lives, without being nosy or intrusive. If they seem resistant to talking, don't push them to say more than they feel like saying. 8. Be sincere. If you are being nice to gain preferential treatment, it's quite the opposite of being nice. What you are doing is deceptive and cruel. Be nice because you want to look back on your life and know that you were a nice person, no matter what. Be nice because you feel you willingly want to. Don't be two-faced. Don't brag too much. Don't talk about people and don't be a backstabber. Being nice to people's faces helps you gain their trust. You betray the trust if you talk about them behind their backs. Never take part in gossip about other people or those you don't like. It's bad karma, and it makes you look shallow and not nice. Conclusion: no matter what happens in life, be nice to people. Being nice to people is a peaceful way to live and a beautiful legacy to leave behind. Treat people with politeness, even those who are rude to you, not because they are nice, but because you are. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that you found it informative and inspiring. We have hundreds of such videos on various topics. Please subscribe and visit www.zonalboard.com for more details. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below.